turning to the news, the president said last night that Israel is kind of noisy. He doesn't have time to meet with any of the world leaders. We have now gone into 75 countries. Did you know that? We have secretly sent troops to 75 countries all around the world in the last 4 years. I wasn't aware of that. The world is on fire. Foxconn had another riot. That is the big manufacturing plant in China. China, I warn you, is going national. They become nationalist, and they have to because their people aren't working. The reason why they built those ghost cities that we all thought were really cool, and we're like, hey, look at the ghost city. That's kind of cool. Look at the shopping mall that they built in this entire city with 10 lanes of highways, and nobody's on them, and all of the houses, and they're all perfect. What's up with that? That's creepy. The reason why they're doing that is they had to have double-digit growth. Now, they had to do that not to keep their economy alive, but to stay alive as a nation because they knew their people were on the verge of revolting against the Chinese government. They knew that revolution was in the air. If they don't keep people in double-digit growth, if they don't continue to make new jobs, they will go into revolution. Well, they don't have double-digit growth. They haven't now in about 2 years. In fact, we're finding out now that the growth that they said they had to get everybody to buy into their bull crap was just that, bull crap. And now their people are starting. Foxconn is a giant plant. It's a whole town. It's a nightmare. They had people 2 years ago jumping off the roof of this plant because what you'd do is you'd live up high on the skyscraper, and then you could eat on the 7th floor, and you could work. You could work on the first 2 floors, but then you could just live upstairs. So it was so easy because you could work all the time. You could just go up and have lunch, and then you go down and work, and then you could go up and sleep in rooms with like 7 guys, and then you could go down to eat breakfast, and then you go down to work, and then up to have lunch, and then down to work, and then back up to that great apartment with 7 other guys. It was great. I don't know why people were throwing themselves off the top of the roof. That was 2 years ago. And then the protests started. Now the protests have started again. And this is why they're going after Japan. This is why when you see what's happening over in China with Japan, you should be very concerned because this is the pattern of every world war. And we are going to be fundamentally transformed. Just like in World War I, the world was fundamentally transformed, and the great leader of the day, England, was changed. Nobody knew it until World War II, but the leader went from England to the United States. And the world was transformed because Europe pounded Germany, and they set the seed and the stage for World War II. World War II, the world was transformed again. I don't know if we're headed towards World War III, but boy, it sure smells like it. The question is, we will be transformed. In whatever is coming, we will be transformed. The question really is, do you trust the person that is in charge of our country? Does he have the same view of capitalism, of the free market system, of our Constitution, of how a society should be structured? Does he have the same view and the same guard that you would have as the President of the United States, as the guy who will chart the course? Do we get to the other side of whatever the events are that are coming our way? Do we get to the other side, and do we remain the United States of America in more than just name? Does the guy that you want to vote for see America the way you do? If not, you should reevaluate your vote.